Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and More Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. I went into this with a plan. I knew what I was going to do. I was going to do a scenario that has been requested like 6 times. Don't think I haven't noticed. But unfortunately, I am running into that scenario where, once again, searching for certain things doesn't appear to show up in the workshop. So there's a couple of different explanations for this. One, it could be that the workshop here is just flawed and the search feature doesn't always work the way it's supposed to. But I've also heard it said that some scenarios are mobile-specific and cannot be accessed via the PC platform. I have no idea if that's true, but if you requested something and I say I'm going to take a look at it and it never shows up, that could very well be the reason. Half the time, that is the reason, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to try doing something different here on the popular tab today. Traitorism? I suppose we could give Traitorism a try. Why is there a period at the end? I don't know. But Zombie Ghost has created a scenario. What if there was a disease that couldn't kill humans directly, but did something worse and more entertaining? Well, so far this sounds good. What I am saying is that evolution has developed something to finally end the chaos that humans have unleashed on Earth, ironically. A virus that brings out the worst in humans, tearing the species apart. Okay, I guess we will give it a shot. Traitorism, it's a Prion! Hey, I haven't used a Prion in, actually, since I had to reinstall the game a few weeks back. Fun stuff, I don't even remember what I used for this. We'll go for... Let's go for Genetic Mimic, let's go for Aquasite, let's go for Extremophile, and let's go for the Symptostasis. I don't really remember what my typical genetic code is. Again, it's been forever since I've done a Prion, but let's give it a shot. ATND. I don't know what that stands for, but I'm assuming someone else in the comments will. Evolution has decided that humanity has hurt the other species too much. Are you talking about other non-human species? Or we've hurt other people in our species? Also, why is there a possessive apostrophe? No idea. So evolution has created a disease that will make humans hate each other. One word. I'm guessing this is more or less because we've been bad stewards of the planet and we've hurt too many other species, so nature, apparently being somehow, I don't know, divinely aware of humanity's role, has decided to punish us. Click the country you want to start your pig in. Alright, Saudi Arabia it is. We shall take a look at the transmissions tree. Lots of normal stuff. Birds, rodents, livestock, insects, blood, water, and air. Symptoms. Alright, some customization here. Sloth. Lowers the amount of nutrients that affect human energy, making them lazy, and laziness is frowned upon. Lowers cure rates. Yes, there is nothing more infuriating than a lazy human who never does their fair share. Just ask any high achiever in college who gets put into a group project. Absolutely infuriating. Anger. Lowers patient disposition to other humans. Causes them to start fights, which increases infectivity in small amounts. Isolation. Dampens socialization instincts in the patient, causing them to want to be alone. This slows down the cure effort. Okay. So, for various reasons, people are kind of grating on our nerves, and we just want to be a recluse. We want to get away from the rest of humanity, or we need to take our anger out on them. I like where the way this is going so far. Cold resistance, heat resistance, drug resistance, and angel. Induce mania in your hosts, causing them to treat you like an angel come down to Earth to save them. They will try to spread you. Very infective and severe. I mean, the severity is always a little bit of a risk, especially if you're going up for the Prion type, because the whole point of a Prion is that you don't get detected too early on, but I'm sorry, that just seems so OP, I have to give it a shot. Prophet. They will see you as a prophet that is ending this world to bring up a new world, a better world. They will spread on purpose more, and also will kill for you. We'll hold off on that one. I'm not eager to get too much lethality early on. But yes, that's obviously something we'll have to take advantage of a little bit later. Let's start off with some basic air transmission, just because, starting off in Saudi Arabia, I mean, the early game in most scenarios is pretty much the same. Never have to do anything too crazy here. We'll go for a little water transmission just to increase the likelihood of getting out on a boat. Probably some insects that would be useful in the hot climates, and maybe some birds after that just so we can get a little bit more land transmission working to our advantage. Need 15 DNA for that. UK votes for Brexit. Okay, so far we are historically accurate. And lots of anger and violence and stuff, also historically accurate. I'm going to go for some rodents so we can spread a little bit faster in Europe and urban wealthier areas. And probably work toward that extreme bioaerosol. New minor disease is spreading, and as a result, people get angry. Anger has mutated. I'll go for the air transmission again. Probably need to get myself some cold resistance and drug resistance now. Doop-a-doop-doop. And maybe we want to worry about some symptoms at this point. I mean, I could keep going for the basics, or I could actually start doing something useful. I just don't really feel the need, because I got so much severity up front that symptoms aren't quite as important as they used to be. Well, even so. Let's go for the water transmission. I don't know if I need extreme bioaerosol necessarily. Kind of depends on if we're looking likely to get into Greenland. Let's go for it to be safe. Okay, now I'll focus on some symptoms. So, we have anger, and that leads to violence. Anger leads to hate, and death, suffering, and stuff. Lower standards of what classifies as a situation that requires violence, lethal and infectious. Oh, you mean microaggressions? Or something like that, because somebody being insensitive to you with their words has assaulted you. It's a violence, therefore physical violence is relevant, or something like that. I have no idea. We'll go for sloth. Rest over survival. Dampens self-preservation instinct and strengthens rest instinct, resulting in starvation. Also, the cure will be slowed due to laziness, which, by the way, I believe is spelled with an I. But okay, we'll go for isolation. That leads to overconfidence. Uses sorts of hallucination to convince the victim that they can do something without help. This leads to people refusing help and starving sometimes. Oh, and that happened naturally. Okay. I'm sensing a lot of starvation in this. I was kind of expecting betrayal, you know? Traitorism. So humans kill each other, lots of betrayal of friends and family members and stuff. But so far, it seems like humanity's just sort of plopping over dead. Go for more drug resistance, because that's always a good thing, right? Try to spread a little bit faster in Russia and Norway and stuff, get a boat out to Greenland before they close down, because I'm a little bit nervous about that. Getting plenty of DNA, though. Holy crap. And the Caribbean is still a thing. I think we're about to finish infecting them. We'll go for more insects and more birds. Really want to increase the likelihood that we get to those places. Got into Sweden, got into Greenland, got into the Caribbean. That should be everything. Let's go for the lethality. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I learned that from the Darkest Dungeon. Alright, so violence is done. We can get war. Infected politicians will become irritable and angry, causing wars and such. Lethal and infectious. Okay, this is where a sort of traitorism kind of comes into play. Betraying our fellow humanity. The USA president has taken ill. And there was much rejoicing, I'm sure. Non-government symptom mutated, what was that? Infected will get so angry that they will leave the grid and go completely berserk and each other. Okay, throwing riots and causing mass panic. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Coma. Vulnerability to other diseases and stuff, very lethal. Cure refusal. Humans get too full of themselves and refuse to be cured. It takes more work to develop a cure due to the need of a forced cure. Aha! Forced vaccinations. No, I'm not trying to get into that debate. I'm just joking around a little bit. Global research now focused on a cure. Let's go for coma. That leads to night terrors. Those are terrifying, absolutely. It's in the name. While staying asleep, humans will experience horrible nightmares and sometimes will be chaotic in their sleep. Different kind of there. Extreme night terrors is surprisingly accessible even before the regular night terrors. Humans will have worse nightmares and completely destroy their, wrong possession again, homes or kill their loved ones. See, that's the right one. How'd you mix that up? It's in the same sentence. All right, that's fine. All-out chaos. Humans will lose all sense of logic, self-preservation, species preservation, pain, emotion, or anything at all. Not sure I'm going to be able to get enough DNA to make that work, but for now, we really just need to go for more lethality, to be honest. Do we want to go for profit? That would help a little bit. They will see you as a prophet, a better world. It's not very lethal, but let's find out what happens if we unlock that. Saint. Infected see you as a saint, which sounds like a step down from prophet to me, but okay. And will do almost anything to appease your growing wrath. I'm sorry, I thought that they wanted to destroy humanity and they're trying to kill for me. That was sort of the point, wasn't it? Extreme night terrors, mutated for free. As long as we can infect faster than we kill in Greenland, we'll be fine. And the prion does have a tendency to take a long time before its symptoms kick into full effect. So that delay should make things pretty easy. Let's go for Saint, and that leads to God. Infected see you as a vengeful god. I am Pravus, the Hellbringer. They will do anything thinking that you will spare them if you help them. Alright, betray your brother. Kill him. Kill him in his sleep, and I will not kill you, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's sort of how the scenario is supposed to work, right? That seems to be the theme. Let's see. We got all-out chaos. That leads to... Well, we missed one here. Hang on. Extreme antisocialism. Antisocial behavior, basically? Okay. Humans will not only take themselves away from civilization, they will grow to hate other people, and sometimes attack them. Also very lethal. Hoarding. Infected will do more crime to gain materials and eventually have so much wealth and food that they will eat and drink themselves to death. or waste it all and starve. So, mismanagement and or gluttony. I love it. Let's go for it. That unlocks crime. Wait, I thought we did crime here already. Suppresses thoughts about what would happen to someone else when something benefits you. Causes crime waves that cause popul, homeless, or poor, causing starvation. So basically what we're seeing here is a complete annihilation and shredding of the social contract, right? That's the philosophical principle and underlying theme behind this scenario? I think so. Look, I'm just trying to sound smart, okay? Go with it. Anti-emotion suppresses feelings like love and friendship that get in the way of success. This can cause murder, right? Because family and loved ones and relationships and a motivation to improve and benefit others is definitely a hindrance, absolutely. Greed dampens species preservation instinct. People will have less standards when it comes to endangering others to benefit themselves. Once again, the complete annihilation of the social contract and the natural law. We're getting plenty of DNA in this scenario, though. I'm kind of wondering if something was adjusted in the scenario to make DNA easier to get, because I feel like with every single tick of death, we're getting more DNA here. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let's become a god because I want to become a god because reasons. We'll also go for the genetic reshuffle just to buy myself a tiny bit more score, because we are down to only 1% now. I can probably reduce that even more if I were able to get up to 30. Nope, 30 is not going to be achievable. Well, that's fine. I didn't want it anyway. Let's get cure refusal. There. It's not like anyone made a cure, but now we're back down to 0. I would call that a perfect game. ATND to destroy humanity. I see a lot of self-destruction in humanity. I don't necessarily see as much like outright betrayal and traitorism. Just a complete breakdown of modern civilization and everyone becoming so incredibly self-centered that we all just basically starve to death. That's pretty much it. The collective nature of our species has completely been eradicated. 448 days, 2 stars, at 59,000 points. Okay, I mean, it's a pretty brief scenario. Not too bad, a fair bit of customization going on in the symptoms. Lots of misspellings and grammar errors and stuff, but oh well, I think you guys already kind of understand my feelings about that. Otherwise, I won't harp on it too much. The theme of a scenario where a species basically becomes entirely self-destructive is not a bad one at all. Was that theme well executed? Yeah, pretty well. I think I expected a little bit more as far as the traitor side of things instead of just starving and stuff, but I mean, it's not really a bad idea. It's a pretty good idea for a scenario, so we'll go with that. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.